Taken from the new Black Panther film, Kendrick Lamar and SZA with All the Stars on the hit list on KMFM. Wednesday night, you're listening to Glen Scott, and with his new single Personal out now and getting millions of streams online, HRVY is hanging out on the hit list this evening. You good?
Yeah, all good, yeah, just chilling.
I went through our KMFM YouTube last night in preparation for this interview today, and one popped up from, I think it was about, you were here to introduce your debut single, so it must have been about 3-4 years ago.
About 4 years ago when I was very young. And,
mate, you looked so young. Like,
I looked terrible. That's what I looked like.
If you watch the Personal video now, and if you watch that video from when you were kind of back in the day, there's such a massive difference. Where have you been? What have you been doing?
I don't know. I don't know what I ate or what happened, but I definitely grew up a lot. It's just crazy how much I've grown up since then. And I tend not to watch them videos and just wait for them to be put up in interviews because I find them really funny. But I haven't seen them videos in years, so I'll actually get it after this. I'm going to go search it up and have a look.
So let's talk about Kent. Obviously, you're a Kent boy originally. Are you from Dartford originally?
So I say Dartford because most people kind of know where Dartford is, but I'm actually from Hartley, so a little village. And it's really nice, and I've grown up there my whole life. I lived in a house on this road, and then I moved houses, but I moved houses opposite. So I lived in the opposite house. So we wheelbarrowed all of our stuff literally across the road to the house opposite, and we switched houses.
Why?
So
I've got so many questions.
Ask my mum and dad. I have no idea, but we just, so I've lived on that one road my whole life, and we just switched houses.
So are you still based there now?
I still am, yeah. I mean, I live in Windsor now with a few of my friends in an apartment, and I'm in LA quite a lot and in London quite a lot. So I don't really get to go home a lot. But I've still got my wardrobe there and my bed and all that kind of stuff.
Which is all you need when you go back, to be fair.
Exactly, and some nice food by my mum.
What's the biggest differences between, because you're saying you're spending time in LA, differences, a question that I can't imagine anyone's ever been asked on radio. What's the biggest difference between LA and, is it Hartley?
Hartley, yeah. This is, I've never heard this one. I mean, the sun, we don't really get a lot of good weather in Hartley. In LA, there's a lot of sun, it's very hot, so that's cool. And also it's very busy in LA. And I think there's about 4 cars that go up and down my road every week. I think there's hardly anything, no traffic. So
it's just people moving house to the house that's over the road.
That's what I'm saying. There's all these people with wheelbarrows and no cars. So yeah, that's Hartley. That's the difference.
And what do you miss the most when you're in LA about Kent?
I miss Bluewater. I like the shopping centre Bluewater.
Even when you've got these massive LA shopping centres.
Yeah, the thing is though, all the LA shops, they have their own kind of stores and their own kind of fashion, and I kind of miss a good British store in Bluewater, you know.
This is such a ringing endorsement for Bluewater right now.
Oh yeah, I know. So oh God, I'm speaking twice about Bluewater.
I know, I'll take it as long as I can get some vouchers or something. That's fine, we'll keep this.
Yeah, Kim Kardashian posted a picture on her Twitter the other day of Bluewater. I don't know if you saw that.
I was about to say that to you. I was like, that's the most LA thing famous, that's ever happened to Kent.
And everyone was going crazy. All my friends were like, Kim Kardashian posted a picture on her Twitter of Bluewater, and I was like, yeah, that was pretty cool. That's the most famous thing Kent has.
And you're like, now it's my time to shine, because I have been there multiple times.
Yeah, but no, I've grown up there all my life.
HRVY's hanging out on the hit list this evening. We're on Twitter over at KMFM Official, and we'll get back to chatting after Sigrid. Sigrid, Strangers on the hit list on KMFM Wednesday night across a very snowy Kent. You're listening to Glen Scott, and HRVY is hanging out on the show this evening. We're going to hit play on his new single Personal in a bit, but we need to talk about your career. It kicked off properly with YouTube, doing loads of covers. We're talking about the videos, the old stuff, and now you're taking over on Twitter, Instagram. I think, what was the number that you're posting at the moment?
I mean, I think it's 2.3 million followers on Instagram, and over 1 million on Facebook, and over 1 million on Musical.ly.
It's just a mad amount of people. Have you ever sat back to comprehend it all?
I always try and imagine how many people have sat there and gone, oh, follow that kid, or that many people have seen my face, which is quite weird.
Have you ever had any moments where you've received a really weird message? Because obviously if you've got so many people on Twitter, what's the weirdest message, funny-wise, that you've received?
Well, I mean, I tend to receive quite a few messages a day, so I don't, I try and look at as many as I can, but I get quite weird ones. They ask me a lot of personal stuff sometimes in my messages.
I also love the fact that you could post anything on Twitter, or you could post anything on Instagram, and it starts a whole conversation. Have you ever considered just posting just one word on Twitter to see what comes about it?
Yeah, well, sometimes I'll post an emoji or just a weird emoji of something, and then everyone will just have a conversation about it, and it's great.
Can you do it now?
I can literally do it now.
Hold on, let me get my phone out. Let me try and find an emoji. Oh, you know what one will bring up a lot of conversation? The engagement ring.
Okay, I'm doing it right now for you. I'm just trying to find the engagement ring. I'm just going to tweet that and just going to tweet that, yeah?
Okay, and people who are listening to this interview now, it's been pre-recorded, this interview. So if you go back a couple of days on HRVY's Twitter, you'll be able to find the engagement ring and you'll be able to see just how mad your fans must have gone. I'm waiting for these headlines to be like, HRVY, engaged? And I'll just
engaged?
be like...
Yeah,
no, it's just your local station asked you to tweet an engagement ring.
Engagement ring. Okay, so let's just have a look. Leah put, everyone dropping hints. Tori said, when we meet, you should propose to me. Marry me. What does this mean? I will. So when are we getting married?
41 seconds ago, and I'm already seeing 136. It's going up. Replies, 105
Marry
retweets.
Me for me.
What a world you are living. Thank you so much for doing that.
Yeah.
It's like an insight for us into what it's like to be a famous person. So thank you for that.
No, it's not fair. I mean, thank you very much. That's kind.
Right, let's talk music.
Yeah,
your new single, Personal. It's such a bop. It's out now. Tell me a bit about how that track came about.
So I wrote that in the summer of last year with a few of my friends, and one of my friends like kind of showed this little tagline, which was "Don't take it personal, don't take it personal." That bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, I really like that. That's really cool. It's really catchy. I want to write a song around it. So we did. We wrote the song, and I wanted it to be about like a young kid in like school, in like an American high school, like really high school musical kind of like Riverdale-y kind of Vampire Diaries kind of like theme. And I just wanted it to be about me getting heartbroken basically by the girl of my dreams. So, and that's what we read about, and then we did the music video for it, and in America, and that's how it kind of all came about. And then I was like, let's release it, and it's feel good. I love that stuff, so that's why we went with it, and it was good fun.
Thank you so much for hanging out on the show.
Thanks, buddy, man. It's been great.
So here it is. It's HRVY, Personal, on the hit list on KMFM.